Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of All NBA 24/7. This is episode 10, and I am your host, Rishi Kapoor. On tonight's episode, we're going to be discussing the future of one of LeVar Ball's sons, the middle son, LiAngelo Ball. Obviously, there's been a lot of controversy with, LiAngelo Ball after that shoplifting incident in China, which ultimately many believe have ruined his chances of playing in the NBA. He did not get drafted, in the 2018 NBA draft. Um, I actually thought that LiAngelo Ball would get drafted because, players like Bruno Caboclo, Satnam Singh, LiAngelo Ball, I believe, is at least better than those guys. Those guys got drafted. And Satnam Singh was, obviously the first ever Indian drafted, by the NBA. And obviously, I think that pick was just because of media exposure and, a lot of people would be tuning in and, Dallas would create a lot of media hype. So I knew Dallas or the Lakers were kind of like those teams, creating a lot of media hype and frenzy. And obviously, with everything going on with LiAngelo Ball and him having a talkative father and LeVar Ball, I thought that he would gain traction. I thought that teams would take a chance on him based off of how famous now he is because of his father. But just strictly on like a basketball sense, actually, I do believe the kid does have it in him to play in the NBA. Obviously, back in Lithuania, he averaged 12 points in about 23-24 minutes of play. He's a scorer. Does have a big body, and obviously you need to have size in the NBA and strength. And he has shown that he could shoot the three. But I feel like he did take a step back joining the JBA, a league created by his father because he's playing against high school talent. And I was looking at his statistics. He was getting 50, 55 points, scoring that many points. But how many shots he was launching? Like he was launching 45 to 50 shots and only making about 16 of them. So really, really shot a bad percentage. And so that didn't really impress a lot of people. But obviously he just wanted to join the JBA, obviously to get more notoriety and more experience. Um, so I mean, obviously out of all the three of his sons, obviously he was the least one expected to make it to the NBA. The least talented of the three. LaMelo Ball has hops and is already 6'5", 6'6". Um, but that shoplifting incident in China, I feel like damaged, his reputation and his career moving forward. Because I feel like if he spent one solid year at UCLA, I feel like he could have been like a late second round pick. And he would have got that experience at UCLA. But I believe the route that he's going to probably be taking now is either he's going to go overseas and play, or he's going to join the G League. He did not get any summer league contracts. And did have a few workouts for teams. Had a workout for the Lakers, but they weren't impressed. That just shows you how strict the Lakers are now. I mean, Lonzo Ball is on the team. He can't even vouch for his brother. Nothing he says can work. And he's got a lot of chemistry with his brother. Nothing LeVar can say can work. Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka, and Jeanie Buss are not messing around after the disaster that happened with Jim Buss. I feel like Jim Buss would have drafted LiAngelo Ball, but I feel like he's gonna take the route of being in the G League, and I feel like he will perform well in G League. I feel like he will be in the NBA one day. Like this guy's put in a lot of time. He just made a stupid mistake in China. I mean, you can't blame the kid for it. I mean, he was 17 years old. A lot of people have made mistakes when they were back in their teens. So, I mean, it would have been different if he was like 30 or 28 making that kind of mistake. But he's only 17 years old. He played one game at UCLA. It was like kind of like a preliminary game, and didn't he wasn't bad in that game, but that ultimately just ruined his chances because UCLA was gonna suspend him for many months and suspended him, and then LeVar Ball pulled his son. Because you never know what could happen with UCLA if they were gonna bring him back. And LeVar Ball is like, we don't have time to waste. He took him to Lithuania, which I didn't mind the move, because obviously you're still getting, basketball experience overseas, and he had a couple good games, but I feel like, he would have been better off playing, um, in Spain, or like Israel for Maccabi Tel Aviv, like the famous, or in Turkey, like the famous overseas teams, where a lot of NBA players have played, because not a lot of people have gone to Lithuania. But there have been Lithuanian players, obviously, make it to the NBA. Jonas Valanciunas, obviously, with the Raptors, Arvydas Zagauskas, Arvydas Sabonis. But yeah, so I think that that's going to be the route he's going to take. He's going to go into the G League and try to perform there. I feel like he will get noticed. I equate this kind of like to the Seth Curry situation. Steph as Lonzo, they, went to college, got drafted, everything was, great, flying colors. Seth had to, really grind it out. Got cut by NBA teams, really grinded out in the G League, played his heart out, and got noticed by Dallas, and now he's in the league. And I feel like LiAngelo Ball going to take the route of Seth Curry. LaMelo Ball, though, I feel like will take the route of his older brother Lonzo and will get drafted. Um, but yeah, I feel like that China incident is really, really overshadowing, him. But then again, the kid was only 17 years old, and he did have a workout video and went through the combine. Was pretty good, but he did have a video where I watched, and he was bricking every shot that he took. I was just like, wow, and that made me believe why he didn't get any summer league offers or offers from any NBA teams, because scouts were there, and obviously they weren't impressed, because when you're at these combines, you got to try to make every shot that you take, and um, he does have range though. He's had many, many high scoring games, and in high school and the BBB invitational games. I don't really count those, or JBA, because those are run by their father, and obviously he's gonna want his sons to have the ball all the time. So and even high school too. But he did play pretty well in Lithuania. Averaged about 12, 13 points in 23 minutes, but that's still not going to cut it. You know what I mean? But um, so I think that to prove himself, he's gonna have to get into the G League and prove himself that way, or go back overseas now again. Because but LeVar Ball needs to be kind of like a spectator and train his son on the outside. He can't be a coach. He can't be an owner, because then all of LiAngelo's statistics, people are gonna think that, hey, it's just his father calling the shots, saying, hey, put the ball in my hand, son, every chance you get it, right? Um, so we'll see what happens, but I feel like he's going to take the G League route, and I feel like he will get noticed by a team, and I feel like he will make it to the NBA one day. I feel that. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. Give me your thoughts on whether or not you think that LiAngelo Ball will make it to the NBA. If so, if you think he will, how do you think he will? Which route will he take, overseas or G League? And let me know, and give me legitimate arguments, as to what you believe, his future and how it will pan out. Thank you for watching, guys. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos. I got a lot more content coming through, a lot more hot topics, and yeah, just keep tuning in. Keep tuning in. I'm going to be discussing a variety of topics. The preseason's almost among us. The NBA season's almost coming, so gonna have a lot of videos coming out. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you next time.